You don't need a scientific background or trained in forensics. All you have to do is very simple. Look at the spouse, and you'll see that it's who I'm telling you it is. You must learn to not allow yourself to fall into the story and get spun by the written script. It's contrived with the knowledge of psychology, and they know how to play the people. It's not real. It's fiction.
When did people start to die? I mean, who started to die first? How did it go?
Jim Jones said, you must do the babies first, take care of the babies first. So at that time, we were having nurses and going out, picking up babies out of mothers' arms, and mothers, some of the mothers themselves were coming up with their babies. They were forced to take the potion.
Eddie Murphy.
Just the man I met in the restroom.
Arsenio Hall.
I want to tear you apart. And your friend too.
Wait a minute, wait. Stop right there. Listen, stop right there a minute. Man goes into a restaurant. You listening? A man goes into a restaurant, he sits down, he's having a bowl of soup. He says to the waiter, come, taste the soup. Waiter says, is there something wrong with the soup? He says, taste the soup.
Coming to America.
Eddie Murphy is The Clumps.
Cletus, is that you?
Nutty Professor 2. To put his family back together, Daniel Hillard needed a job.
Do you have any special skills?
I do voices.
Yeah! Nancy and I are still looking for the other half of my head.
Look at me right now, Moneypenny. I want to undo that bow and get to know you.
Mr. Hillard, do you consider yourself humorous?
Could you make me a woman?
To have both.
Wow.
Let's pray.
No, Euphigenia Doubtfire.
Surprise!
Mrs. Doubtfire.
I myself to introduce myself.
Mike Myers. Mike Myers. Mike Myers.
Surprise, surprise!
In the biggest Austin Powers adventure yet.
They're two FBI agents. And masters of disguise.
FBI, you're under arrest. The biggest bust of our career. 400 keys of pure vanilla ice cream.
One more screw up and you guys are fired.
And now,
Inheritance to the Wilson fortune.
They have one last chance.
All you gotta do is pick them up and drop them off.
To save their jobs.
One more screw up and me and you are through.
But the only way to protect these sisters,
let's do this,
is to become them.
Make them bigger.
You sure this is gonna work? Just trust me. Yo, what's up, money? You got a problem?
Comes a story of two guys.
You're wearing the wrong underwear.
Who are giving undercover the ultimate makeover.
He's got my gun and badge. Go. Jeez, lady, all that for a bag?
It's Prada.
Mama? How long we gotta do this, man? It's a couple more days. I don't have a couple of more days. Hey, yo! You do that again, I'm gonna bust! And bust out in tears.
Oh,
Sean Wayans, Marlon Wayans, White Chicks.
My name is Jonna Mendez, and I was chief of disguise at the CIA. When you go to disguise a person, The general idea is that you're going to meet with someone in this disguise, and they're going to write a memo of the person that they just met with. We want every item in that memo that describes you to be wrong.
What's the approach?
All you need to do is get this perfume bottle within 5 feet of a Wi-Fi access point. And then you can just map the phone system. We can figure out which line she's using.
L'eau de passion.
What, you didn't think it's too tacky?
I'll work with it.
Honey, that's not good enough. What am I, a dog whistle? I said no. N-O. That's right. That's better. Thank you. Oh. You Mr. Hobby?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi.
I hope your trip wasn't too arduous.
My trip was fine. Excuse me, ma'am. How do you like this smell? It's called l'eau de passion. Nice.
We have made prostheses on occasion. You could actually change cheekbones. You can add something here. You can add a forehead. You can do a nose. We could do what we call dental facades. We can change actually the shape of your face with the right dental facade. This piece is called a plumper because it increases the plumpness of your gums. And when it does that, it changes the profile of your face. The last thing is artificial palates. We take an impression of the top of your mouth. They can change your enunciation. They can cause a slight lisp. It's a little bit different with everybody who wears one.
Wer von euch war denn hier ein schlimmer Junge? Du? Also, Dr. Jürgens, ich muss Ihnen ein paar Fragen stellen.
Du musst es aus mir rausbrechen. Woher kennst du meinen Namen?
Hello, honey.
Hello, dear. Who is he?
Your wife's name is Alba, right?
How do you know my wife? Oh, no.
Hi, Alba.
With women, you have a broader range of what you can do. You also have one extra step that you can turn a woman into a man. I would mention that it's almost impossible to turn a man into a woman. What we do is always additive. We can make you taller, we can make you heavier, we can make you older. We can't go the other direction. You want to be the person that gets on the elevator and then gets off, and nobody really remembers that you were even there. That is a design goal at the disguise labs at CIA.
How you doing? Damn machine, it happens every time I go through these. Chérie, I think I prefer the Lamborghini.
You are the birthday girl.
Just this one. What lipstick you use? I love it.
Alex Jane Lux, Concord Grape.
Love it. Totally pops.
Thanks. May I see your passport?
A man without a name can never be identified.
We've got a handful of false identities used on visas, passports.
My name is Bruno Rautenfaust.
You're Unwarranted.
I'm Tony Stubbins.
A man who doesn't exist can never be caught.
How did you do that?
Magic.
Paramount Pictures presents
Nicholas Owen, Louis Guanella, Peter Damien,
Val Kilmer, Elizabeth Shue,
Who are you?
The Saint.
Who's she? I never saw her before in my life. The nerve of her coming here with your face. What are you gonna do about it?
When Haley Mills and Haley Mills team up to spring The Parent Trap.
Surprise!
Exclusively on the Disney Channel.
Elizabeth Montgomery.
Now that Darren's gone, I want the facts. Who is that bird? He is not a bird. He's super fink. Aren't you, Malcolm?
Let me out!
You know you're getting to be a bore. Malcolm, isn't that the warlock you've been going with? Bean is the correct tense.
What are you doing here in Cocoa Beach? I missed you, sister dear. Did you? Tear. I also wanted to know what was going on with that gorgeous master of yours. I would not want my master to marry me unless it was of his own free will. Sis, wake up.
Also know that the faces that you see, that these actors use, that these actors show you on the news, are not their faces in their real lives. They go out of their way to disguise themselves. They know the tricks. And in cases where it is a high-profile person that they're trying to disguise, you'll see them use all those tricks together to mask it. Now, why would they do that? Why don't they just hire another actor? Because they can't. They have to keep it in the family because that family is the corporation. That family is bound by, of course, blood, but are bound by the corporate laws or are bound by the military guidelines or bound by their country's military guidelines, and they can't say anything about it.